Are you wondering if there's a city out there that offers a better quality of life without breaking the bank? Well, look no further than Orlando, Florida. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the cost of living in the city beautiful and compare it to other major cities in the US. So buckle up and let's find out if Orlando is the affordable paradise you've been searching for. Florida is still a hotspot for people to move to from out of state. People are still migrating in the US all over the place, and a study by Redfin shows of the buyers seeking a home, 1 in 4 look to relocate in a brand new metro area. So half of the 10 most popular destinations are in Florida, and of course Orlando and Central Florida are on the top of the list. Today I'm going to cover costs related to housing and living in Orlando, and also to show you some of the comparisons from the top 4 states that tend to move to the Orlando area, so you can get a good idea what the difference in cost of living would be between these specific states and Orlando. Hi, I'm Kathy Williams, Team Williams. We are a mother-daughter duo and your Orlando relocation experts. So let's start with the median price for a single family home. Keeping in mind home prices vary greatly. It really just depends on a lot of factors: location, even specific neighborhoods in a location, the type of home, whether it's a custom home or a tract home, or if it's new construction or existing. There's a lot of variables that come into play. And Savannah did a video last week about home values that you might want to check out, and I'll link it to the end of this video. The median home price for Orlando at this time, and this is in June, we are looking at $449,000, and the average is about $529. The median rent is $2,495. So this is for Orlando in Orange County, which is the main county in Central Florida. So for that amount, you can get a home that is about 1,600 to 2,000 square feet with 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 baths, and a 2-car garage. This median home price is one of the most important factors in deciding affordability when moving to Orlando. Also, super important to note is your property taxes. And to calculate your property taxes, there are 2 things to consider. Is it going to be your primary residence? And if it's going to be your primary residence, you qualify for homestead exemption, which helps you lower your property tax bill. You do have to apply for homestead exemption, but once you apply, it stays with your home forever until you sell it, obviously. But even more important than homestead exemption is an amendment to the Florida Constitution that's known as Amendment 10, or Save Our Homes. This is an assessment limitation or cap on increases in the assessed value of a homesteaded resident. Now, you heard me, this is only on homes that are homesteaded. So if you have a rental property, an Airbnb, this does not apply. This is only for your primary residence. And prior to the Save Our Homes amendment, the taxable value upon which the taxes are calculated on your home would be equal to the market value less your homestead exemption. And when the market value increased, the taxable value would also. So the Save Our Home law prohibits this from happening, allowing for a maximum of 3% to protect assessed value. Regardless of how high the market values may increase, this prevents owners from being taxed out of their homes when the market is escalating, which has been happening. So this can provide a significant tax savings over time, especially if you look at what's happened over the past few years with all of the prices that have escalated, and it's been, super crazy how much they've gone up. And if it weren't for Save Our Homes, people would even have to sell their homes because they just couldn't afford the taxes any longer. So the Save Our Homes amendment is awesome for the state of Florida. Now, figuring out your taxes, if you are in a homesteaded property in Florida, then you do get the $50,000 homestead exemption off the assessed value of your home. And then after that, it's taxed at roughly 0.172 or 1.72%. If you calculate the value of the home minus 50,000 times 0.0172, that will give you a good idea of what your taxes would be. This home we're talking about in the $450,000 range is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that's between 1,600 and 2,000 square feet. Taxes will be around $6,000, give or take. It could be a little less, it could be a little more. You will also be looking at homeowners insurance, which could be between $2,100 and $3,500 annually. Now let's also talk about utility bills and other bills that are associated with the cost of the home. Your monthly energy bill is going to be on average $164 a month, and your phone bill probably $175 a month. Right now in June of 2023, gas prices in Orlando are about $3.11 per gallon. That's according to payscale.com. I also Googled it and it was in that range. Healthcare in Orlando is about 8% lower than the national average. I think that's kind of surprising. And food and groceries are about 3% higher, which I find that a little surprising too. So overall, when you add up housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation costs, Orlando overall is about 5% higher than the national average for the cost of living, according to payscale.com. But other things to consider that could affect your bottom line when moving to Orlando are things like income tax. And the good news is that Florida has no state income tax. Woo! That is awesome news. So let's talk about sales tax. In Orange County, sales tax is 6%. And that doesn't vary a lot in Central Florida. However, Seminole County, which is our neighbor, is 7%. And in Florida, we don't get taxed on grocery food, which is another bonus because that's a big expense. And some states charge tax on grocery food. Now let's hop over to services like house cleaning, yard work. They're slightly lower to average than the national average. Salon services are about average as well in Orlando. I don't want to say how much I pay for my hair service, but I believe it to be less than places like California and New York and in the Northeast. Just from talking to my clients who have moved here from those other areas, they're always surprised at the salon prices here that are slightly better. Other services like nails, massage, pedicure are about on average compared to the rest of the US. How about it? Would you like some real life comparisons so we can see how Orlando would stack up to other states? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over the top states that moved to Orlando where we get most of our newcomers from. And I'll focus specifically on 4 states where we get most of the newcomers: New York, New Jersey, California, and Georgia. I'm sorry if I left you out, but this is just for a very general comparison to have an idea of what the cost comparison would be if you're thinking of moving here. Starting with New York, which is the #1 state sending newcomers to Central Florida. I just picked White Plains, New York as a comparable city where the average home price is $650,000. I found this $650,000 home. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it's 1,175 square feet to compare to our average price Orlando home that I selected, which is a $500,000 home. This home in White Plains would have an annual mortgage of $40,560. Property taxes are $10,000. Home insurance averages $27.36. Does not have an HOA, which I know you know that sometimes in Orlando we have HOAs, which quite often we have HOAs in Orlando. The utilities would be $3,492. And income tax, I based income tax on a salary of $150,000 for all the comparisons that I'm going to do. And of course it would be higher or lower, but this is just kind of an average to give you an idea. And I selected, because a lot of the taxes in each state vary, so I picked kind of in the middle of the road. So Orlando already wins, as you can see, over White Plains, New York. Now, let's go on over to New Jersey. Jersey City, New Jersey is the city I picked. And the average home price is $650,000 for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home. The mortgage would be $40,560. Property taxes $12,000. Home insurance $27.36, no HOA. Utilities $23.60. And for income tax, again, just an average number, $4,500. And gas is $3.60 a gallon. The total there is $62,160 annually. Again, Orlando wins on that one, a little over $20,000. It's It's a lot, it's a big difference. Now let's hop on over to Santa Clarita, California, another city in California that I chose randomly because we get people from all different parts of California. So I just didn't mean to leave anybody out. I just kind of grabbed a random city that looked like it could be comparable to Orlando. The average home price is $753,000, and I selected a $725,000 home, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,694 square feet. The mortgage is going to be $45,240 a year with property taxes at $84.84. Home insurance in Santa Clarita is $30,048, utilities $28.80. Income tax, again, I just picked a random, $4,500. The total is $64,152. That is almost $26,000 a year less in Orlando than California. So again, it really depends on what your income tax bill actually comes out to in California. Now let's go on to the 4th most popular area that people are moving to Central Florida from, and that is Atlanta, Georgia. Now, at first glance, you might look at Atlanta, Georgia and see the average home price is $380,000, and we selected a $384,800 home that has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 1,814 square feet. The mortgage would be $27,600, which is much less than what you're looking at in Orlando because it's a much less expensive home. And the annual property taxes, $35.40, insurance, $16.80, much less. This neighborhood does not have an HOA. Utilities are $18.96. Again, income tax, $4,500 for a total of $39,216. So you can see this one is almost exactly dead on with Orlando. The only difference, our home prices are higher here, but we don't have the income tax. And, not sure why people are moving here. It's definitely not to save money, but after doing a little bit of research and talking to clients of mine who have moved from Atlanta, it seems like Atlanta's getting really crowded and traffic and that sort of thing. And so they just want to be closer to the beach, in more sunshine. I'm not really sure what all the reasons are, but I do love Atlanta. I think it's a great city. And also Atlanta is one of the #1 places that people are moving to Orlando from. So a lot of people moving in and a lot of people are moving out. And a lot of people do the same in Orlando, and they come here, they love it, but they decide they miss their family or they really miss the changing of the seasons, whatever reason. So what did we learn from this video? Well, this will definitely be helpful if you're thinking of moving, to have some comparison. And even though the home prices have gone up substantially in the last few years, the biggest issue I know and understand is that most people feel that outside of the medical profession, the salaries here are lower than nationwide, which I totally agree with that. And a lot of people that I work with are moving here with jobs that are allowing them to work from home. So they keep their job and their salary from whatever state they're coming from and work remotely. Of course, there are a lot of factors that you want to consider when moving to Orlando, and we haven't covered every single thing. So we do have a free relocation guide in the information box below. You can feel free to go ahead and download that and get some additional information. Also, feel free to reach out to us. We are Orlando specialists. We've been in the area for over 30 years, 35 for me, and we really care about our clients. We treat everyone like family. So we would love to hear from you. If you have any other questions about the cost of living in Orlando, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day. God bless and be well. See you on the next one.